Rafael Leao has come out and said that he will be leaving AC Milan. Now, this could potentially be an interesting thing. Now, I want to talk about Rafael Leao because he's decided to leave AC Milan. He said, "I'm proud as I made history as AC Milan, but I want a new chapter. I feel ready to play in another league. I did my best for Milan, but now it's time to try another challenge," he's told Sport TV Portugal. So, Leao is on the market. Now, this does sort of propose the question, do Manchester United go out and sign him as a left winger? It's like he's confirmed that he's leaving. I'm sure he'll be in the World Cup squad. He's 26, obviously plays at AC Milan. He's a good player, you know. I think he's someone who, when he's on form, he's a very, very good left winger. I'm not going to go to say he's sort of the best in the world. I think the best left wingers in the world, you know, Kelly is probably up there. Like, he's proven it time and time again. I think you'd probably have to put, I mean, who really else is there competing with that sort of player? So it's going to be hard to replicate that. I think if we're looking at Leao, United do need a left winger. It's clear, you know, Cunha and Dorgu, they're two players who operate on the left. But is Cunha an actual left winger? No. I think he plays there and he does a good job there. But where Cunha mainly excels is in the half spaces, in like the left 10. Ruben Amorim's system had many bad things, but I think it massively did fit Cunha's sort of ability, because that's where he massively did sort of thrive, especially at Wolves in that last season, under Vitor Pereira, I think it was. So, yeah, the half 10 was sort of Cunha's main position. Dorgu, he's not a left back, we've seen that. And he's someone for me who should be playing further forward. Now, it begs the question, do Manchester United go out and sign Leao? Now, in terms of his contract, he has a contract till 2028, so he still has a few years left on his deal, but it's now believed he will leave for a cut price. Listen, there's no doubt in the player. What you have to obviously look at is he better than the left wingers that we have? You know, Rashford, the player that's still at the club. Reports in Italy suggest Leao has a 175 million release clause, but after a season of irregular first team minutes, there's no way AC Milan get near that figure. Leao is 26, admirers from England's top division, with Manchester United running for his signature. Leao could be available for a price between 50 and 60 million. So, I mean, 50 to 60 million, I wouldn't say Leao's better or miles clear than Rashford. I don't think it's a significant upgrade or downgrade. I think they are two players on their day that are fantastic. And if you're saying, would I rather spend 60 million on getting Leao or keeping Rashford, I'll probably rather keep Rashford. I think Rashford has proven it in the Premier League. I know that chapter's sort of over, but I think the midfield should be the priority when Manchester United go this summer. We shouldn't be looking at bringing in sort of wingers of that sort of magnitude again towards the end of the window. You know, if it becomes an opportunity, then why not go for it? But I think right now the midfield should be the focus. And listen, there are going to be attackers on the market, you know, for Manchester United to go out and sign. Jared Bowen's one of them, whose name's been mentioned quite a bit. But obviously West Ham being relegated, Lewandowski, there's been talks about obviously he's leaving Barcelona. Um, Obviously Leao's name now that he's leaving. So there are obviously players there that United can sign. For me, would I go and get Leao for 50, 60 million? Probably not. I think there were better players in the market. There's no doubt in that ability-wise, he does definitely have it. And I think he would add to this United team. But you'd have to say, is he better than Rashford? I don't think so. Is it a priority position? No. I think the way in which Manchester United go about it, and we'll talk about this later on as the window progresses, the priority has to be that midfield. You know, it needs a lot of work, a lot of improvement, and that should be the main focus for Manchester United. Then after that, probably looking at a left back, then potentially a centre back. Obviously, the goalkeeper situation needs to happen, but yeah, as I said, Leao, he's a good dribbler, good player. I think he's sort of I've seen a lot of talks online, like he's one of those players that destined to go to like a club like Chelsea or something like that, which I can definitely see. I think Chelsea are a club who a roll out for these sort of signings. And again, is it a red flag that he's not been playing for sort of AC Milan, and why would he leave there to go and join Manchester United? But it definitely is a conversation that has to be had over the left wing situation. We know Manchester United wanted Semenyo heavily, and we're just in him for a market opportunity. Again, that would have been a very good move if that would have happened, because it would have been a natural left winger. But I mean, ultimately, we'll have to wait and see what happens. That's just my thoughts on Leao. I don't think Manchester United should sign him. I think he's a good player. He's got a lot of good qualities. But again, I'd rather keep Rashford, and that's just my stance on it. I think what Rashford can do. Can Leao do anything that Rashford cannot do? And that's the big question about it. He's already at Manchester United. It'd be quite a very, very similar profile. If United were to go out and sign a left winger, I would look at someone like an Ndiaye who's Premier League proven, experienced, and ready to make that step up. So yeah, let me know your thoughts.